Here we are in front of the elephants.
Hey, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Brookers, and I'm an internet celebrity.
So this is my first video blog.
What the hell? Anthony? I want a rematch. No, pull out chair.
You're not a bad person because you laughed at that video. You're a bad person because you touch yourself at night.
Alright, here it comes. Say awesome, bros.
Welcome back to YouTube history. For the season 1 finale, I wanted to do something special. We'll be going through the timeline of the most subscribed to channels on the platform from the mid-2000s up until recently. Let's just get this big video started. I felt like starting with Jod, owned by one of YouTube's founders, Jod Karim. It uploaded the first ever YouTube video called Me at the Zoo. Posted on April 23, 2005, it currently has over 230 million views, and I'm inferring that since it uploaded the first video, this is logically one of the first channels ever. Not sure how many it had by the end of 2005, but it still, 17 years later, has a lot of subscribers. Almost 3 million in fact. But Me at the Zoo is currently the only video on the channel, as Jod removed the rest over the years. It was mainly vlog-like content that you would expect from the time. Went into detail on this topic in my lost YouTube content list from late last year if you're interested. But yeah, I consider this to be the first most subscribed to channel.
The cool thing about these guys is that they have really long fronts, and that's cool.
Smosh initially started as a website made by Anthony Padilla back in 2002. It was mainly made in order to talk with friends and upload flash animations. The name Smosh came from mispronouncing the phrase mosh pit. He would soon be joined by his high school friend, Ian Heckox. The site would soon grow in popularity with not only those from another school, but from millennials all over their home state of California. After graduating in 2005, the duo of Ian and Anthony really didn't do much. They mainly just hung out in Padilla's bedroom, where they would soon start recording goofy videos together. These would be uploaded to Smosh.com and Newgrounds, where they would get a lot of views, but this wasn't working out finance-wise. It was getting expensive to maintain the website, so a new platform was needed. That's where YouTube came in, a site in which the duo could upload content for free. The official Smosh channel was launched on November 19, 2005. They uploaded their lip-sync videos, which gave them a boost of internet success. These mainly just had Ian and Anthony recording themselves singing along to kids show theme songs like Power Rangers and Pokemon. And people loved it. They gained an impressive amount of subscribers at the time, with around 3,000. Yeah, that's small now, but a bigger deal back in the day. On May 17, 2006, they officially became the most subscribed to channel on YouTube, but this wouldn't last long. By name, you most likely don't know who Judson Laipply is, but back in the day, he was a huge internet star responsible for one of the most viral videos of all time. He is a motivational speaker who began in the early 2000s, who wanted to stand out. To do so, he devised a way to get the crowd riled up after his speech, so the evolution of dance was born, where he closed things off by dancing along to various songs from the 50s to the 2000s, and in jeans, which was impressive. He originally intended not to post it online, but some students from Connecticut convinced him over MySpace to drop the clip online for friends. And when uploaded in April 2006, it went crazy viral, at one point being the most viewed video of all time on YouTube. Currently, as I'm making this, it has over 300 million views. And 2 months later, on June 4th, Judson became the most subscribed to channel on YouTube. His success would lead to more widespread media attention, an appearance on a BBC ad, and featured in a Weezer music video. He isn't as active as he used to be, but once in a while he will post something on his channel. Only a month later, on July 3rd, Judson's streak would end. He was surpassed by Brookers, who also happened to be the first ever channel to pass 10,000 subscribers. Brooke started posting weird comedy videos the year prior, which got her some positive attention. Her most viral video was a parody of the Numa Numa guy, which she did with her sister Melissa. She apparently was connected to NBC's It's Your Show. I come to this logic as the seemingly official channel for it has one of her videos. And can you guess who else is connected to that show?
If you just go ahead and wear that,
the whole time, you know, since you're being our friend and all. Let everybody know about us. You're so popular, we're up and coming, you know, we could use the publicity a bit.
Yeah.
So just say, I love the Tenderloins. Yes. Just say it, yeah.
Yes, there is a video of this former YouTube star hanging out with the Impractical Jokers, or well, the Tenderloins as they're actually called. It's super surreal and kind of hilarious. Mind you, this was filmed in 2007, way before the group ever thought about making a TV show. Brooke would start slowing down content-wise going into the 2010s. In fact, from 2013 to 2017, she moved to India to teach media classes, and in 2017, her channel was weirdly terminated. Not deleted, but terminated. Unknown why, of course. A year later in December, she created a new channel called Brooke Bodak, which has little attention towards it. Honestly, Peter Oakley is a person I least expect to be in a video like this, but he sure as hell deserves it. Going by Geriatric 1927, as this number stands for the year he was born, Peter was an older man who shared his life experiences in a series of videos. Specifically, he discussed his time in World War II, where he was a British radar mechanic. He posted his first YouTube video on August 5, 2006, which currently has over 3 million views. He immediately started getting attention, quickly surpassing Brookers in subscribers on August 17th. Mind you, that was less than 2 weeks after he started posting. What a mad lad. He even became the first person to pass 20,000 subscribers. People just really liked the guy, and he was even dubbed the granddad of the internet. His content was beloved, as not only did he share life experiences, but just normal vlogs of his everyday life. And almost a decade later, he still uploaded content, up until his diagnosis of cancer in early 2014. He would pass away on March 23rd of 2014, at the age of 86.
Sort of in conclusion, I will say my possibly final goodbye, so goodbye.
In 2006, a young 16-year-old girl named Bree Avery began posting mundane vlogs to YouTube. It really wasn't anything special, but it soon gained a bit of a cult following. A series of videos she made about how fans guessed her real life became popular, giving her a boost of subscribers. There was also her friend Daniel, a boy who many thought had a romantic connection with her, but tension arose as Bree's family was very odd. You see, she was homeschooled and her parents preached a strange, unnamed religion. Soon, she showed the required rituals for it, making her content more and more dark. But while this was going on, many of her fans began to dive a little deeper. First, it was noticed that her username, LonelyGirl15, was trademarked by someone 2 weeks prior to the channel posting. Others had pointed out the various weird items in a room that suggest things were not as Bree portrayed them to be. The final straw was when an IP address tracker found out that Bree's MySpace profile is linked to the Creative Artists Agency's private server. This is all fake if you don't know. There really was no Bree. The actress for her was really named Jessica Lee Phillips. Lonely Girl 15 was a fictional series presented through vlogs, which got crazier over time. But this craziness really didn't help, decreasing the popularity of the series. But in its heyday, the channel gained a shitload of followers. It overtook Geriatric 1927 as the most subscribed to channel on September 12, 2006. Jessica's channel was also the first to gain 50,000 subscribers. The initial success of the series would give Jessica the chance to be in various TV, film, and web show roles. She would eventually continue the story of Lonely Girl 15 in mid-2016, taking place in the aftermath of all the cult stuff. That initial cult stuff being introduced was what led the channel to lose some of its steam, which gave way for another channel to pass the milestone. On April 26, 2007, Smosh once again took the spot. They still had continued to be one of the most viewed channels on YouTube, which is a platform recognized. Smosh would also become one of the first channels that Google AdSense supported. This motivated Ian and Anthony to drop off of college and pursue video making as their full-time career. With this, the duo did what they did best, make goofy-ass skits with weird thumbnails. What is still their most viewed video is called Beef and Go, which shows Britney Spears' genitals centered in the thumbnail. Hey, nice boys. It was pretty much just a silly infomercial parody that many did at the time. That thumbnail would later be changed almost a decade later. The only bad thing that happened was a YouTube bug taking their channel down in July 2008. This was soon fixed though. On September 5th, Smosh became the first channel to reach 500,000 subscribers, and only a few weeks later, a new champion arrived to challenge them. Ryan Higa, a Japanese boy from Hawaii with a crazy sense of humor. While he was in high school, he and a friend Sean began making lip-sync videos. They soon expanded to make comedy skits, 2 of which were viral. Titled How to Be Ninja and How to Be Gangster, these are still 2 very great examples of YouTube classics. I actually rewatched both of these the night before I wrote this, and they still hold up. Some of the jokes in the ninja one caught me off guard, which I appreciate.
And you must be able to imitate anyone. Well, my name is Dax Flame.
But due to copyright violations in early 2009, these 2 skits and the lip sync stuff were removed. This caused the Nigahiga account to be temporarily suspended, up until being put back up. But even after putting the how-to videos back up, they were removed again. Eventually though, Ryan was able to change that. He also would make his own music, along with the regularly uploaded comedy stuff, where many of his friends joined in. It's a great mix of content if you ask me. Nigahiga surpassed Smosh on September 23, 2008, with a back and forth starting. You see, Smosh gained the title back only 2 days later on September 25th. Then on September 29th, Ryan overtook them again. The position stayed still for over a week. And then, when things seemed calm and peaceful, an evil arrived to claim the throne. The character of Fred Figglehorn is created while young teenage Lucas Crookshank was bored one summer. He was annoyed by the other kids at his school and in his area, which fueled a little bit of frustration, so he decided to curse us with it by portraying himself as a spastic 6-year-old on YouTube. He edited his voice to be high-pitched and annoying, which some criticized him for, but Fred didn't care, neither did his main demographic, kids. Kids loved him, which gave him the attention he did to rise to the stardom.
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm Fred. And I'm gonna be a wizard for Halloween. The reason I'm wearing a witch hat is because my mom was a witch yesterday.
His first Fred skit was made in late 2006, but his videos started appearing online more going in 2008. Nobody seemed to care about them at first, but some unholy force coerced the masses into watching and subscribing to his content. And by the middle of 2008, he had hit over 500,000 subscribers. His growth led him to surpass Nigahiga on October 5, 2008, giving him the title. He would hit other milestones for the site, not only being the first to hit 1 million subscribers, but the first to have a video reach 1 million comments. He was on a roll and expanded his character onto television. He made a deal with the Devils, Nickelodeon, to make 3 movies. The first one, simply titled Fred the Movie, released in 2010, got horrible reception, but it must have been popular as it got 2 sequels in the following years. And in 2012, a short-lived TV show was released. They all had the same reception as the first movie. They were just weird, as Fred was a 15-year-old trying to find love while living with an alcoholic mother. Yep, in a Fred movie. Oh, and John motherfucking Cena shows up, who is apparently his dad. Daddy Cena, if you will. He's the only good part of this franchise.
Wait, Dad!
You can't see me!
Yeah, I can.
Alright, what do you want?
I was thirsty.
There you go.
Sunny D. Alright.
Oh, and Fred appeared on iCarly. Thanks, Dan Schneider. Fred pretty much died after that, not uploading to the channel period. But then a video showed up called Fred is Back. It was just some little Korean boy pretending to be him. I don't know why anyone wanted to pretend to be him, but that's besides the point. This is all for a new series of episodes where the real Fred is kidnapped by the Koreans and this new Fred must get him back. After this saga in 2014, Fred opened the channel to anyone wanting to post family-friendly content. This only lasted a year, mainly since longtime fans didn't like this direction. Years later, the man behind Fred, Lucas Crookshank, has since made a new channel. Naming it after him, it seems to be doing quite well, and has more subs than the OG account. And with that, so ended the reign of Fred Figglefuck. Nigahiga was able to take back the #1 spot on August 19, 2009, and he was able to hold this title for quite a long time, setting the record with 676 days at the top. He discontinued what he did best, making goofy and inspirational content, but he moved to Las Vegas for college, meaning he had to part ways with some of his friends. That was except for Sean, who helped Niga create the Ryan Higa Production Company, or RHPC for short. This would eventually allow him to collaborate with other popular creators. Oh, and hilariously enough, in 2016, he created a parody K-pop group called Boys Generally Asian. Great name, I know. While his content stayed consistently good for quality, Ryan began to lose momentum. In March 2020, he made a video about his midlife crisis where he addressed all of this. Fans were of course supportive in this decision, but he isn't completely gone. Ryan sometimes streams on Twitch, where he occasionally watches his old videos and enjoys it.
Before you know it, it happens. You're just old. And the truly terrifying part about all of this is that you stop caring that you're old. Because really, truly old people, they give zero flargs.
And now we peek with the lyrical genius behind Banging Your Mom, Ray William Johnson, the god of YouTube who will never stop in his pursuit of making the weirdest content possible. All jokes aside, I actually really like Ray. Some of his content strangely holds up and he has enough charm to make him likable. He gets shit sometimes, but he really was a pioneer on the platform. His initial claim to fame was a series equals 3. Get it because it looks like It has a simple setup that mainly works due to Ray himself. It shows him reviewing random video clips of quips and hilarious observations. Sometimes they get actual justifiable laughs out of me.
You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and suggest that they're a little excited. Yeah, they're fucking excited. I even paused the video at one point. Look how much air this dude got. What is he, like hanging from a light fixture?
Its success would lead to many watching this channel, making him the most subscribed to person on July 25, 2011. Besides equals 3, Ray also made another notable series, this time on a separate channel, none other than Your Favorite Martian, a band that was created in early 2011. It was animated, with Ray starring as band leader Puff Puff. There were also 3 other members, that being DJ, Axel, and Benatar. They made some classics like Stalking Your Mom, Grandma's Got a Facebook, Mr. Douchebag, and Orphan Tears, which actually has over 40 million views as of now. It actually became the most subscribed to music channel at one point. Ray was killing it, and by early 2012 he became the first YouTube millionaire. Though some criticized him over his comedy and questionable fair use in equals 3, that really didn't stop him though. What it did was a higher power, one more powerful than Ray: Maker Studios. Maker Studios became greedy and demanded a larger cut of revenue from equals 3. Ray refused this, which made Maker pissed. They cancelled the planned album and future songs for Your Favorite Martian, which upset many. With its retirement and slight decrease in quality in 2012, that channel was dead. By early 2013, the Ray William Johnson channel lost its groove. A year later, Ray gave up on equals 3, but he didn't want to cancel it. So he retired as host and left that under the control of contest winner Robbie Motz. He was well liked, but left in mid-2015. He was replaced with Kaja Martin, who fans despised. A lot of her humor was more racial and didn't fit the style of the show. By the end of 2015, she was replaced by Carlos Santos, who starred in the final stretch of the series. It officially ended in May 2016. Ray himself mainly just uploaded vlogs, but made a new series in 2019 called Super HV Man. He described it as a mix between equals 3 and a TED Talk. It received good reception, but only lasted a few months. It seemed like all hope was lost for him. He was a former YouTube star that barely gets views anymore. By mid-2020, he was losing millions of subscribers, but out of nowhere, he turned things around. In mid-2021, he started making short TikToks with a similar style to equals 3. A brief clip played, and he made a humorous reaction to it.
Hey, my name is Randy, and I'm about to play prank with my girlfriend. Hey, babe.
He would repost these to YouTube via the Shorts format, which went viral. So much in fact that he regained his lost subscribers and is at a growth rate similar to his heyday. He also created a new cartoon band called The Upside Downs. They were received well on YouTube, but mainly flourished on TikTok and Instagram. Things were looking awesome for RWJ, yet were about to get better. About 2 months ago, he announced how he won back the rights of Your Favorite Martian from Maker Studios, and now he would be posting videos with them again. They were to also feature Stevie the Demon, who is voiced by his wife, Kelly Farrell. The first video release was a sequel to Orphan Tears, which reignited interest in the group. Crazy seeing YFM's return over a decade later. Smosh regained the title on January 12, 2013, but Ray expressed no hard feelings in overthrowing him. In fact, he invited Ian and Anthony on that week's episode of Equals 3 to congratulate them. Not too long after, Smosh would become the first ever channel to reach 10 million subscribers, which was big. The duo grew the brand even bigger, releasing a magazine, albums, games, and soon a movie. That sucked ass, but Smosh was still beloved in many people's eyes. They still occasionally uploaded older video series like Food Battles, but made some new ones with the introduction of a cast in 2015. This boosted viewers, but not for long. After 2016, some of their video series weren't as well liked, and some issues were brewing with their parent company, FYED Media. On June 14, 2017, Anthony Padilla formally announced he was leaving Smosh. This saddened a lot, as he was now departing from the brand he had made and been a part of for the past 15 years.
I know that a lot of you may be upset or confused by all this. I just hope that by being honest with you and explaining how I feel and how I've been feeling will help make you understand a little bit. Smosh has been a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember.
In November 2018, FYED Media unexpectedly shut down, leading to Smosh not having a parent company at all. But it was saved by another YouTube comedy duo, Rhett and Link. They acquired Smosh through their company Mythical Entertainment in early 2019. Since then, Ian has been heading Smosh by himself, producing content to the best of his ability, but many have moved away from it, as these more recent videos just don't have the same magic the old ones do. Now we must talk about the rise of one Felix Arvid Ulf Schellberg, aka Pewdiepie, but the original channel was named simply Pewdie, named after the sound a gun makes and what happens to you if one is aimed towards you. It began in 2006 with Call of Duty videos. This type of content would go on for a couple of years until he forgot his password in 2010, so he would create another channel, this time adding the word pie to the end of the name just because he liked them so much. Pewdiepie was born, making let's plays of not just Call of Duty, but Minecraft and especially Amnesia, the latter of which is what really gained his channel some notoriety, as many loved his dark sense of humor in reaction to such horror games. He set a lot of YouTube records in 2012, most notably being one of the fastest growing channels that year. He just kept going, and soon gained the title of the most subscribed to YouTuber on August 15, 2013. Felix is currently the longest holder of that title. He made a video of Smosh where the duo wished him luck.
Hey man!
Hey man! Congrats on being number one most subscribed. Really awesome stuff.
But if you're going to be number one most subscribed, you're gonna need a couple things.
Yeah? Here's something that you'll definitely
teach
need.
me.
Yeah? Just look
It
at
looks
fabulous.
good on you,
Look
man.
fabulous, man.
I feel fabulous. You need
here.
more though.
If you want to look fabulous,
Also in 2013, he would disable comment sections permanently due to spam and self-promotion. And once doing so, he rightfully felt a lot better, but he still interacted with his fans via Twitter, Reddit, and forums out of his website. That lasted until 2015. Around this time, his content would get crazier. For instance, he made a video with the simple purpose of making it to the most disliked video of all time. Another where he asked fans to get him 1 million comments on a singular upload, and he promised to delete his channel once hitting 50 million subscribers. Once reaching that goal in December 2016, Felix did just that. He deleted the channel, thus ending the story of Pewdiepie. Just kidding, he just deleted a random second channel he made. He still stuck around. In fact, with his shift in content outside of Let's Plays, he thrived. He really found creative ways to keep audiences' attention, while also addressing issues of the platform and staying grounded. But he expanded his touch with more games and a deal with Maker Studios to produce the YouTube Red series Scare Pewdiepie. That was released in February 2016 to mediocre reception. Controversy would arise in January 2017, starting with a video immersion of Felix using the N-word, and then the Fiverr incident happened. He hired two men to hold a sign that said, "Death to all Jews." He made this happen as he wanted to see how far someone would go just for money. But many responded with outrage as they thought it was inept and was pointless shock humor. By the way, the other half of the sign reads, "Subscribe to Keemstar." Clearly a joke, made at the Gnome Boy's expense.
Subscribe to Keemstar.
The Wall Street Journal would make an article on the situation where they boldly claim he was an anti-Semite, and took other jokes out of context to do so. Genuinely one of the biggest pieces of slander ever. Other copycat articles came soon after, but his friends and other big YouTubers were on Felix's side, like Jacksepticeye, who made his own video on the matter. But some negative consequences would fall on PewDiePie. Maker Studios dropped him after being together for 5 years, and that meant Season 2 of Scare PewDiePie was cancelled, even though it was filmed and close to release. And Google dropped him from the Preferred program. Controversy wouldn't end, as in September of the same year, he accidentally said the N-word again on a live stream. Some more easily excused it though, as it was said in a fit of rage after losing in Players Unknown Battlegrounds, but others still found it awful and criticized him. Despite the controversies, his channel would still do well. He created new series such as Pew News, Meme Review, and Lawai, a parody of Jack's film series Yai. Oh, and at the rise of TikTok, he would react and review weird videos from it. And then there was a case of Alinity, who got mad at Felix for making a video poking fun at Twit's thoughts. She made a big brain plan to copy strike his whole channel, but that didn't work out for her. Then there was a Demi Lovato incident where he reposted a meme following her opioid overdose. Many found this in poor taste, so he took it down the same day. While this might seem bad, many including myself found it hard to even dislike PewDiePie. We all make mistakes, and unlike other YouTubers, he actually seems genuine in his apologies. He regrets this stuff and makes changes to be a better person. By mid-2018, he had held the title of the most subscribed to person for 5 years now. He didn't know it yet, but a challenger was approaching. But unlike the other channels mentioned in this video, this one was going to put up a fight. Felix wasn't ready at first, but soon realized and began a war. The Great Subscriber War began on August 29, 2018 in an episode of Lawai.
No! We must fight back! Who is this T-Series channel? This channel will pass PewDiePie.
Felix knows how close they are to surpassing him, due to their high sub count rate, so jokingly said he wished to fight them IRL, and holds up a sword, gearing to fight. I must express this again, this was very satirical. PewDiePie had nothing against this T-Series company at first, but later on that viewpoint would change. But what is T-Series exactly? Well, it's an Indian company founded by Gulshan Kumar in 1983. It began a pirating ring where Gulshan would sell bootleg Bollywood music, but soon gained enough revenue to make original music. It would grow over the decade and amass much stardom, but tragedy struck in August 1997 when Gulshan was assassinated by the Mumbai Mafia. His son Gulshan Kumar took over soon afterwards, remaining at the top ever since. The T-Series company would expand in 2006 with the launch of the original YouTube channel. There have since been over 30 others made for other languages. In 2017, the main account became the most viewed channel on the entire platform. The war with T-Series would continue with PewDiePie reading a Reddit comment on an episode of Pew News. It talks about how you would automatically be subscribed to T-Series if you created a YouTube account in India. So Felix asked his Indian audience to test this out for the near future. It was also discussed how the channel had hit 62 million subscribers compared to his 66 million, despite the fact that most recent uploads barely had any views. This is because, just like WatchMojo and other shitty accounts, they upload multiple times a day, and most of those have maybe a few thousand views or so, but because of the sheer volume being posted, they build up. And it doesn't help that the occasional video does actually get a lot of views. What really got the ball rolling for the feud was an infamous upload on October 5th, 2018. Originally titled T-Series Diss Track, it was later changed to Bitch Lasagna to fit the chorus.
Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bob's or Vagana, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, T-Series, I'm here to spill the real tea.
That line and a few others in the song actually originate from a Facebook Messenger where an Indian man utters the phrase while asking for nudes. The song itself is a banger and greatly takes shots at the company while also being just plain fucking goofy. A select few thought it was a bit racist towards Indians, but if you actually pay attention to it, that's far from the truth. This got a lot of traction, getting loads of new subscribers and members to the rising cause. It even became and still is PewDiePie's most viewed video, with over 200 million. Some thought the hate towards T-Series would get into Felix's head, but the opposite actually happened. He discouraged racism towards Indians and directed it towards just T-Series, mainly due to them being a corporate sleazeballs. To prove this, a charity was set up to support the Indian 9-year-old army, to help those in need within the country, something T-Series doesn't seem to do. Another turning point in the war was a YouTube upload from October 26, 2018. Not one from PewDiePie, mind you, but one from Mr. Beast. Titled, "I bought every billboard in my city for this," he advertised the practicing of subscribing to PewDiePie. This might have been what saved Felix, as the company was 100,000 subscribers away from beating him, but his subscriber count boosted once again, with big YouTubers like MrBeast having his back. Jimmy would even find other ways to advertise Felix. The movement was taking shape, not just online but everywhere. This was just everywhere. I was a sophomore in high school at the time, and I just remember how big it was there. Just discussing this before, during, and after class. To this day, I believe this is the biggest event in YouTube history. PewDiePie fans would do anything at this point to keep him at the #1 spot. This would include some crazy ass shit. One instance had a user named the Hacker Giraffe hacked over 50,000 printers with a message urging receivers to sub to PewDiePie and unsub from T-Series. Oh, and a brofist was on it. YouTube Patrick Adar made a ring that, if put near a phone, would ask them to unsub from T-Series and sub to Pewds. Another person hacked Chromecast smart TVs. And craziest of all, some mastermind hacked the Wall Street Journal and wrote a fake article apologizing for what they did to Felix. This all proves how amazing the internet is. While a lot of these didn't really help at all, what did were the continued efforts of Felix's big YouTuber friends, mainly MrBeast. The guy made a long ass video where he says PewDiePie 100,000 times. And many other creators did similar, raising awareness of this hot button issue. Jaden Animations was even able to sneak in a sub to PewDiePie message in that year's shitty YouTube Rewind video, which was awesome.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Well, the peak of this was when MrBeast and his blokes went to the Super Bowl 53 and sat near the end zone. They wanted everyone to see them, which they did by wearing shirts with the infamous message. It was seen on TV and was tweeted by the NFL themselves. Despite all this effort, it seemed as if T-Series would win after all. There were times where the company was literally 10,000 subscribers away from winning, and that sort of happened on February 22nd, 2019. Due to YouTube's daily sub audit of removing inactive or fake subs, the Indian Bros took the #1 spot, but then 8 minutes later, Pewds took it back, after releasing an episode of Meme Review hosted by Elon Musk. For the next month, that's what happened, so Felix decided to prepare for the moment they actually overtook his title. Between that, a controversy arose due to a mass shooting in New Zealand. The man, who killed 50 people at 2 mosques, made the remark, "Remember lads, subscribe to PewDiePie," right before he began. While Felix of course made a tweet about this, feeling sickened and disgusted, some journalists felt as if he had something to do with this, and many began attacking and sending death threats to those he follows, resulting in him unfollowing everybody except BTS. By March 2019, it was decided that T-Series will eventually take the spot, but that beforehand, a finish line was to be set. That being, whoever reached 100 million subscribers first will win, and if Felix reaches that, he will be fine with the Indian Bros taking over afterwards. But that didn't happen, as on March 27th, T-Series officially surpassed him for over 24 hours, and this lasted for several days, with Felix posting a LY to respond to it all. He was real with us, saying that the sub counts didn't truly matter, and that the journey to get here was really fun. And to close things off, another song was released on the 31st called Congratulations. This time joined by boy in a band and fellow Swede Rumi, they congratulated T-Series while also taking digs at them and complaining how ludicrous the cease and desist letter sent was. It's actually an amazing song that felt like an end of an era, with Pewds giving out his final brofist as the #1. Then something mind-blowing happened. Despite T-Series being 100,000 subscribers away initially, the music video was able to gain enough subs to surpass them again, which lasted for 2 weeks. Despite traction slowing down, it didn't matter. The movement was great while it lasted, but needed to die down. Felix even said this in a video, telling everyone to stop using the slogan. During this, T-Series was able to legally get the 2 songs about them banned in India, because apparently they were racist and derogatory. So as of April 14th, 2019, T-Series became, and still is, the most subscribed to channel on YouTube. They became the first company to hold that title, which some are still upset about, but many like myself still label PewDiePie as the most subscribed to creator on the site. Alright, so let's quickly go over the timeline of the most subscribed. First is Jod, who I speculated was the first channel ever, so they held the title. But what really started it was in May 2006 with Smosh taking it for a month. And then Judson Laipply, who had it for another month. In July, Brookers had it, and that, of course, well, lasted a month. Geriatric 1927 would take the title until Lonely Girl 15 did in September. She actually held it until May of 2007 when Smosh took it back. They held that for about a year and a half until a back and forth went down of Nigahiga in September 2008. Due to this, FYED surpassed him in October 2008. He held it until August of the next year when Nigahiga took it back. He had it for almost 2 years until the rise of Ray William Johnson. He held it from June 2011 to January 2013, when Smosh became the most subscribed one last time. Then came Pewdiepie in August 2013, who was undefeated for over 5 years. And with T-Series winning the so-called subscriber war, but even though he lost, I'd still say 2019 was Felix's best year. I mean, that summer he got married to his longtime girlfriend Marzia, had a successful Minecraft series, and eventually reached 100 million subscribers. Sure, T-Series reached that first, but who gives a shit? Nobody outside of India likes them. It's Felix who matters, goddammit. Now since then, he really doesn't post all that much anymore due to disinterest, but he does occasionally put out content, but it's under his terms. So what does the future hold for the title of the most subscribed? Well, as the title for this section implies, Cocomelon might take over. It grows at a much faster rate than T-Series and has the views to match. They currently have over 130 million subscribers, compared to T-Series' 210 million. Before they passed Pewds, he made a few videos joking about how another subscriber war was to happen. That wasn't the case, but it didn't stop him from making a humorous diss track at their expense. This actually got removed by YouTube as they cited this was bullying. Bullying a multi-million-dollar shady corporation.
Fuck your daddy, fuck your mommy too. Fuck everything you love, most of all, fuck you. Cry, 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 yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm your mommy now, you widow baby bitch.
If you can't tell, I hate Cocomelon, as many of you probably do as well. The fact that they have as many views as they do from their repetitive content is bullshit. But if this is what kids want to stare at their iPads all day, more power to them. There's also another channel called Set India, which almost has the same number of subs as Coco, but who cares? What I really care about is the rise of Mr. Beast. He grew an insane amount last year, especially with his Squid Games video. As of making this, he has almost 100 million subscribers. So while the title might not really mean anything, it's just fun to look over those who were able to set early internet records and influence the platform as we know it. The corporations might have taken it over, but the people that had it are what we really remember. I mean, how can you forget that we had the Spastic Maniac as the most followed person back in 2011?
Damn, nigga!